Preview show. We are live on the go. We are here at Hudson's Hickory House in Douglasville. The week, Alex. This week is our number 5 ranked here, WGSS 5th ranked Troup County, and 9th ranked Chapel Hill to be at Chapel Hill High School. It looks like the makings of a good football game, region matchup for both teams, for Troup County and Chapel Hill. And like I said, we're at the world famous, I say world famous because I grew up eating it. I love it. World famous Hudson's Hickory House here in Douglasville. Some of the best barbecue anywhere, anyhow, I guarantee you. And they got the best ranch dressing, and I would be, your mom would get me if I didn't say that they have the best blue cheese dressing in the world, too, because she loves it. That was one thing. She said, y'all are going to Hudson's. Oh, I love their blue cheese.
Just bring the blue cheese in a spoon.
Bring the blue cheese. But like I said, we're that is our game of the week. This week is Troup County and Chapel Hill. We'll talk more about that as we go through this next hour of our PMG Home Lending weekly football preview right here on West Georgia Scholastic Sports. Going to talk about the other 24 high schools, all the 24 high schools that we cover here in the West Georgia area. For those of you that don't know, we cover the schools in Troup County, Heard County, Carroll County, Douglas County, Paulding County, Polk County, and Haralson County schools. So they make up the 24 schools here in the West Georgia Scholastic Sports area that we cover. And I want to get to that first. North Paulding had Woodstock last Friday night. 35-21 win for them. North Paulding continues to roll. They're 4-0 on the season. Alex, they're ranked number 4 in our WGSS rankings, and we have them the game of the week against Marietta in a couple of weeks over at North Paulding. North Paulding again, 35-21 over Woodstock. As we look at our WGSS rankings this week, we will talk about, let's start with number 10, Temple. Temple 3-1 on the year. Didn't go so well for them Friday night. Pretty good football team came to Temple, and Northwest Whitfield beat Temple 31-7. Temple did drop in the rankings. They are still in the top 10, but a lot of good things going on over at Temple High School.
Yeah, a lot of good things going on. I wouldn't let this defeat get you down. You know, if you're a team, if you're this coaching staff, just bounce back, worry about this week, take it 1 week at a time. And, you know, the region's coming up, and this is the heart of the lineup. This is the heart of the schedule. This is where you've prepared your team all summer to battle in the region. And so this is when it all counts, and this is when it all matters. So, you know, this is just a speed bump for Temple, I think.
It's going to be tough for them, though. Callaway comes to town, or they will have to travel to Callaway this week. Chapel Hill, we talked about them. They're ranked 9th. And our 8th slot is South Paulding. South Paulding's 3-1 on the year. They got another huge region win last Friday night against the Tigers of Douglas County, which is just right down the road from where we are right now. But South Paulding 27-19 over Douglas County. They've already beat Alexander. They've already beat Douglas County. They got Northgate this week. And if they win that, then right now they're in the catbird seat. They're in the best position in that region because they've already beaten 2 of the best teams in the region. And like I said, Northgate, they'll have them this week. I expect South Paulding to win it. South Paulding wins that game. They'll be 3-0 in the region. They'll be 4-1 overall. And that's a big game for them. Do want to talk a little bit about some of those guys. Quarterback Austin Seymour, 2 more touchdown passes. Parker Self with a touchdown. Miles Campbell with a touchdown. And Jackson Evans, pick 6. He was our Defensive Player of the Week. WGSS Defensive Player of the Week from South Paulding, Jackson Evans. That's what I got. Jackson Evans. I hope it's not Evans. Is it Evans?
Yeah, there's an S there.
There is. But he had a pick 6, played great on defense for South Paulding. That pick 6 kind of turned out to be one of the big plays and kind of the turning point for South Paulding. But they win again. They're 3-1, and they are ranked number 8 in our WGSS rankings, and they are sitting number 1 in that region in 6A. Let's look at Haralson County. Haralson County is our number 7th ranked team. Haralson County, the Running Rebels are 3-0. They had a big win on the road against Daresville. And let me tell you something. They've started the season 3-0, and all 3 games are on the road.
Yeah, that's a testament. That's a testament to the Haralson County. I mean, them as a team right now, and as a coaching staff, being able to prepare your team to go on the road 3 weeks in a row. That's not easy. It's not easy to go on the road and win, especially Dyersville's in their region, right?
Yes.
So going on the road to a region opponent and then doing that 3 weeks in a row, and not only doing it 3 weeks in a row, but doing it to start the season. I mean, they haven't had a home game yet. So,
Haralson County was down 12, I believe 12-7 or 12-6. I believe it was 12-6 in this game. They score a touchdown late, get the extra point, and they're up. No, I think that they were down 12-7, scored and went for 2 to make it a 3-point game. Is what actually happened here after reading my notes. Anyways, 13-12 is the score. The 2-point conversion's no good. With just seconds left in the game, Adairsville drives down the field, tries a field goal. Haralson County blocks it. Wish I had the name. If somebody's watching, knows the guy who made the block of the field goal attempt by Adairsville, type it in, let us know and who it was. But Haralson County with another big win on the road, and they're ranked 7th. Bowden had back-to-back weeks off, so they're getting ready for a huge game with North Cobb Christian. And both teams ranked are in the power rankings. I know in single A they have, in all classifications, I mean in all of it, private and public, I believe Bowden's ranked 8th, but I think they're 4th in the power rankings for the public school. But North Cobb Christian, I believe, 5th. So it's going to be a huge region matchup, even though it's a private school and a public school, and they're going different ways as far as the playoffs are concerned. Bowden really needs this win. They're going to have to go on the road, and this win would be a huge win in continuing their march towards the playoffs and hopefully getting one of those top 4 to 8 seeds. I think the top 8 seeds gets a bye. Right. So it's 24 teams. Top 8 get a bye in the first round. And then the next 16 will play each other, and then you'll take the 16 from there. The 8 that got the bye and the 8 that wins will be your final 16 in single A public. But Coach Finley and his guys are ready to go on the road, do battle against North Cobb Christian. Going to be with Coach Finley and some of the Bowden Red Devils Thursday night, Alex, as we film one of our sit-down conversations. And we'll be on the go with the Red Devils from Bowden. They're sitting in our 6th hole, dropping from number 1 to 5 or 5th place, 5th ranking, if you will. They were the number 1 ranked team. Now they're 5th after their loss Friday night. Troup County's 3-1 on the year. They played Callaway. Callaway, as you'll remember, was our preseason number 1 ranked team. They went to Opelika. They lost. And our voters who voted on it voted them out of the rankings. They went from number 1 with a loss preseason and dropped all the way out of the rankings with the first loss of the season against Opelika. But as it turns out, Opelika's a pretty good football team.
Yeah, and they only lost 10-7. I think a lot of that had to do with it was the first week of the year. You know, it's hard to keep a team that's 0-1 ranked ahead of a bunch of teams that are 1-0, essentially, I would say. But losing to Opelika was certainly not a testament to how good this football team is, because this past weekend against Troup County, who is an exceptional team, at one point Callaway was winning by like 3 touchdowns, I think.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
I know they scored 40 before the half. I think it was like 40-14. I'd have to check back through my notes, but 40-14 at the half.
I know late in the game, Troup County kicked, I think, 2 onside kicks and got them back.
And made some 2-point conversions.
And scored and got some 2-point conversions to narrow the margin. So at one point in time, this thing was basically out of hand until Troup County started mounting a comeback. So Callaway's a really good football team. I think they might be the best team.
They're one of the best teams in AA.
I think they're definitely.
And they're one of the best, if not, I mean, they could be the best team in our West Georgia Scholastic Sports area.
Yeah, I think they're definitely a Final Four team for sure. But I think they're going to be in the Benz this year.
We'll talk more about Troup County. North Paulding, we talked about them. They're 4-0. They got a bye week this coming up week. Then the following week, not next week, but the following week is the week that they'll play Marietta. They'll play host to